Welcome back for another installment of Love in the Days of the Corona. Due to the nature of impermanence, as has been known before the Corona days, and now most people are catching up on this urgency to share what we're about, to propel humanity to a whole new level of consciousness. And and also developing what we call in the Tantra Kriya Yoga witness consciousness. So developing and cultivating the witness consciousness helps us with navigating these times of uncertainty, of impermanence, when really all we have is right here, right now. And so reality is kind of knocking at our doors, and we really need to be very honest with ourselves and also with the people that we love. And so I have been very lucky, very fortunate to be bestowed with the honor of holding the lineage of the cosmic Cobra breath. So Babaji Nagaraj, a 2,000-year-old being that has been giving and transmitting these teachings. And I was also initiated by Grand Master Sunyata Saraswati when he was still alive. And so I'm very, very fortunate to actually have that purity of line, because I have studied with other people before, although my lineage is directly with Grandmaster Sunyata Saraswati and, of course, Babaji, the Mahavatar, Babaji Nagaraj. So I'm going to share with you these teachings that in the past has been sacred. It still is very sacred and secret, because people were unable to cope with the power, the potent power of creation that it really bestows upon us. Well, we become the magician, we become the magic wand, and we become the magician that's switching on that magic wand. So we are the magic as well as the magician and the magic wand. And yet we're very grounded in reality. And that's a bit like how we take a kite, and the kite can fly all over the place and probably get broken if there wasn't that string to ground the kite down to the earth. And so these practices, and of course the Cobra breath, the cosmic Cobra breath, is a proper initiation. It's an initiation that happens transmitted from a master or a teacher to the student. So it's a direct visceral initiation. But practicing the practices really helps us prepare the body, the mind, the soul, consciousness, everything, and be able to alter reality as we know it. And so when we are this kite without the string, we get blown all over the place. But when we attach the string, we can actually release and allow the kite to fly as high as we wish. So with the Cobra breath, we are that kite, we are the string, and we're also the person, the being that releases the kite to fly and soar as high as we like. And so the practices are very simple, in a complex way. So bear with me, because there are many, many elements. And for those of you who are real hardcore yogics, you will take on those practices. I request no more than 28 days. No more than 28 breaths per day. And the reason is because each breath is so potent. It's like each one breath is an equivalent of a whole year of hardcore spiritual and physical practices that most people cannot endure that of one day, let alone a whole year. And the equivalent of that is one breath, or it's a 1,000,008 mantras condensed into one breath. So that is the potent power of this. Okay, so doing it as designed will really transform our emotions, our feelings, our thoughts, our reality, our physiology. I'm sure some people can say that I look much younger and healthier than I have done certainly 10 years ago. So I do highly recommend that practice, and please be honoring to the sacredness, and no more than 28 breaths per day. You could do it in lots of 7 or 14 or 21, and it's best done first thing in the morning, unless you want to go raving at nighttime, which of course now there's less opportunities for that. So, it's, just be very responsible how you use this very, very potent power. What else do I need to say? Yes. In order to learn the Cobra breath, you need to learn to count with your body. For that, the simplest way, for those of you who know how to count yoga positions, postures, internal asanas as well, you may count with the finger, the inside of the finger, where the thumb is the pointer, and you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 on one hand. So you could do it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's one lot of 7, second lot of 7, third lot of 7, and 4 lot of 7. That makes it 28. So that's one way of doing it. The other way of doing it, it's very simple. It's the simplest way of doing it, where again, the thumb is the pointer, and you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the reason to do it like that is because you know where you are going or coming back. Because while you're doing the Cobra breath, you do not want to be counting with your head. So doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 helps, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That helps you know whether you're going or coming back. And with this other hand, the right hand, you can count, if you're right-handed, you can count the number of lots of 7. So it's first lot of 7, or first lot of 7, second, third, and then there's the 28. I do the counting slightly different. So, I will try and do the way I teach it for you. Now, the breath, I've been teaching parts of the breath before online, and that is where we breathe a J shape starting from our genitals, the clitoris or the perineum, and into the sacrum, into the coccyx bone, into the sacrum, and up the spine, and into the occiput. And when we arrive at the occiput, all that is in blue. And then we put the chin lock while the base lock is on. And we focus the energy on the third eye, as if though we're looking with a beacon of the blue light through the third eye, holding the breath. When we can't anymore, we take the sniff with the Swini Mudra, and then from the occiput, where the spine enters the skull, all the way down, exactly the same route in red. So breathing in the blue, into the occiput, chin lock, the light jumps up. When we can't anymore, we take a sniff, and then from the occiput down the spine, red. And then we put the tongue towards the third eye, as if we're doing the that activates the pineal gland. It helps serotonin. So we're putting it on the soft palate behind the teeth, like a And as we breathe in, with clenching the pelvic floor muscles, we do this breathing as if it's Darth Vader. Chin lock. When we can't anymore, we take a sniff. And then down, we smile again, Darth Vader style. Red. And another element is when we go up to the brain, we have a sense that, like, it's as if that we're awakening that cobra and allowing the cobra to spread its protective hood over our brain. So it kind of covers the brain. It can be within our head or it can be above the head. And so, the cobra, you are actually coaxing out the kundalini, and the cobra is the king of snakes. So it doesn't have to use its venom. It doesn't have to use its power. It's just powerful by its presence. So doing that, and when you take a sniff, it goes back down in red. Okay? And the mantra internally while we're doing it is either so, hum on the way down. Means I am that I am, or I surrender to all that I am. The I am statement is really powerful. It predates religion, although the I am is the name of God. So in the Hebrew and the Christian Bible, where God is asked, "What is your name?" they say, "I am." So I am statement is really good as well. Instead of saying, "I want to be healthy," you say, "I am health." Instead, "I want to be wealthy," "I am wealth." So you are the source of all power. And so I am statements is really important. So the so hum or the hum so is really important. So you can do this so. Now, all these elements are really hard to grasp at first. There are amazing teachers around the world, around the globe. Of course, there are amazing teachers that I endorse personally, like O and Uzi in Israel, Roy Ratzon, and Ben and Efrat. So these are my teachers that I actually really endorse. And the others, you always find a teacher that matches your energetic vibrational level. So and we teach that over Zoom. We do private initiations and we do also group initiations. So I invite you for a few breaths now. Just remember the counting, no more than 28 breaths. The blue is going up. There are reasons why the blue, so that we are actually consciously realizing that we can turn raw sexual energy, normally identified in red, we can transform it just by choosing. We can take that up as blue, bring it up to our consciousness in the head, awareness, and then as we flick our head, there's esoteric stories as to why, we get more and amplify more of the consciousness represented in blue. And then as it goes back into the body, we are integrating it, we are embodying, we're turning it into red so that we are creating more vital, vibrant health energy. So enjoy the journey or not. I wish you all the best, and we're going to breathe together. So, namaste. Thank you. I wish you a wonderful journey. Please make sure that you ask from a qualified, well practiced practitioner, initiator who is approved to actually initiate you and enjoy the practices safely. This is the most empowering practice that enables us to be so still and so grounded amidst the storms, emotional storms, or whatever happens. It also alters our DNA. It creates spontaneous healing in the body. When I was ill with the lump, I was able to transform the lump without having to go to radiology. So it really altered my health. So I'm very grateful. This practice is most profound. I have been practicing it properly since I was 13 or 12 and a half. So enjoy the journey. Thank you. Namaste.